Now on Coast TV News.
It's a breezy and cooler start on our Tuesday, and the fall-like weather continues for the next few days. Rain chances increasing for the end of the weekend to the weekend. I'll track it on FutureCast coming up.
Efforts to upgrade the Dewey Beach Town Hall, the latest details about this long-awaited project.
California fire containment issues. We're looking at the damage being done out west and the challenges firefighters are dealing with.
Back to school, which districts are having their first day in class today.
This is Coast TV News Today.
And welcome to our 6 o'clock hour. Good morning, I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, I'm Paige Marley. It's now Tuesday, September 3rd, 2024.
The day after Labor Day.
Yeah.
Many of you out there heading back to work, heading back to school this morning.
Definitely. And if you are, maybe a nice light jacket, maybe a little zip up, just something to take the edge off. It is a little chilly. I would say just chillier than we're used to.
Absolutely. Compared to 24 hours ago, like we said in our last hour, it's a big difference from a day ago.
It is. So while it's not freezing cold, it might be a bit of a shock to your system. So we're going to bring in First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey. Now, Bob, you said maybe earlier a windbreaker would be a good idea.
I think so, and maybe even a little heavier than a windbreaker along the coast as we're seeing the breezy conditions. Yeah, we've gone from warm and muggy to cool and breezy, and where that wind is lighter, wow, look at that, 56 in Salisbury, 57 Seaford. But along the coast, we've got mid-60s from Bethany Beach to Rehoboth, and then lower 60s around Georgetown right now. You can see these winds sustain at the coast, 23 at Indian River Inlet, and stronger than that in gusting to 27 there, 25 in Rehoboth. I know Elise on her live shots, she's been getting blown around a little bit out there, but not as breezy inland as we're looking at clear skies. So it's clear, just breezy, and on the cool side as we've got high pressure building in from the Great Lakes, and that is providing gorgeous weather. Let's walk you through it on FutureCast. It's a slow warm up today, breezy and cool, especially along the coast by noon. Lower 70s inland, 60s and 70s at the coast, maybe mid 70s well inland, and then it quickly cools back into the 60s as we go into this evening. UV index for today, sponsored by Ocean City. That sun is still strong. It's an 8, very high. Burn time is 10 minutes, and we're in that very high range both today and then again on Friday in the high range the other day. So be extra cautious in the sun, especially Tuesday and Friday.
Will do, Bob. Thank you. For well over a year now, Dewey Beach, they've been talking about upgrading their current town hall and police station.
And Coast TV News reporter Elisa Weber is live in Dewey Beach. Elisa, the town's plans were to break ground this fall.
Matt and Paige, I'm currently outside of the Dewey Beach Town Hall, which also serves as the police station. The police department is on this side, and then the town hall is on this side. And employees and the police have said that this building is too small and it's extremely outdated. And next week, the marketing committee will meet to discuss ways to fundraise for this project. While the goal is better conditions for all of the employees in the building, the town manager says the current police station would not meet a state code that goes into effect in 5 years due to the station only having one holding cell and no indoor sprinkler system. The department says the station is inadequate because it is not designed to handle prisoners, interviews, or other police-related activities.
Law enforcement's a really tough job to begin with, and if you don't have adequate facilities to support your system with the surroundings, so they come into a good environment, they can get their work done before they go back out on the street, it makes that job just that much tougher.
Dewey Beach originally planned to break ground on this project this fall, but at this time there's no estimated date as to when construction will begin because the town says they are currently waiting for the plans to get approved by FEMA. Back to you.
Lisa Weber in Dewey Beach, thank you for that. This morning, firefighters in California will continue to deal with this fire. It's near the Sierra Brooks area, and according to officials, it has burned nearly 1,200 acres. It is at zero containment. An evacuation order is in place for the west side of Sierra Brooks and portions of Antelope Valley. The cause of that fire, not yet known.
Emergency crews rushed to Prime Hook Beach Monday for reports of an aircraft emergency. Coast TV got this video, which sources say triggered that response. Now, that plane, it was flying very low near the shoreline. Milton Fire Department and Sussex County EMS were on that scene around 6 p.m., but authorities do tell us they didn't find anything there.
Sunday marked a solemn day of remembrance in Georgetown for police officer Chad Spicer, who was shot and killed in the line of duty September 1st, 2009. And as you see here, a wreath is laid in Spicer's honor. Every year, local police departments and members of the community come out to remember Spicer A memorial in his honor graces the Georgetown Circle. Unfortunately, his memorial was hit by a drunk driver in November, but is now in the process of being repaired.
Ocean City is preparing to commemorate the 23rd anniversary of the 9/11 terror attacks. There's some video we're going to show you of crews setting up the twin remembrance beams of light. The official lighting ceremony begins Friday at 8 p.m., and those beams will shine until September 12th. Some visitors saw the beams being tested over the weekend. The ceremony will be held at the Firefighters Memorial on the Ocean City Boardwalk.
That's where we are wrapping up the summer season. Businesses in Ocean City are reporting an up and down season. A restaurant owner says he fared much better through certain months, though the end of July, he says, was particularly rough, and he wasn't alone. Inflation and vacationers spending less while they're in town was also cited as contributing to a less than ideal summer for the bottom line.
It's hard gauging the travelers nowadays, whether it's short weeks, long weeks, but all in all, we're happy. We're happy. I mean, you always want better, but could have been a heck of a lot worse.
And occupancy at hotels reportedly down 2.5% in July.
We are now officially after Labor Day. We still have to get to the first day of school for some students on Delmarva. Today, 5th and 6th graders begin in Del Mar. Everyone else there begins on Wednesday. Some students starting the school year in the Indian River District, but that emphasis on some. Kindergarten starts today, as do the 6th and the 9th graders. Howard T. Ennis School in Georgetown begins today. All other students have their first day tomorrow.
Days after Israeli forces recover the bodies of 6 hostages in Gaza, grief and anger are erupting in that region and here in the U.S.
Yeah, President Biden claims his administration is close to proposing a final ceasefire and hostage deal. NBC's Bree Jackson shows us some details of the negotiations and what could be expected in the days to come.
Frustration following the discovery of 6 hostages found dead in Gaza, including an Israeli American who was laid to rest Monday.
It's terrible and it's tragic, and we learned from Israel that he was killed on the Shabbat.
Demonstrators taking to the streets, urging the prime minister to accept a deal to bring the remaining hostages home alive. A defiant Benjamin Netanyahu pushing back against the pressure.
They murdered 6 of our hostages in cold blood. So after this horrific murder, I don't believe that anyone serious could actually say, now you need to make more concessions.
President Biden telling reporters Netanyahu is not doing enough to reach a deal, while adding that his administration is close to presenting a final proposal this week.
We're in the middle of the negotiations.
The president, Vice President Harris, and White House officials meeting in the Situation Room to discuss the next steps in negotiation efforts. Families are holding out hope that their loved ones return home soon.
I think the White House understands the urgency. I think they've been acting all along with conviction, trying to push the parties in the area to reach an agreement.
The thought that he's alive and that he's waiting for us to rescue him, that's what keeps me hope.
President Biden promising families of hostages that he's not giving up. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
And 2 people briefed on discussions to secure a deal tell NBC News that Biden may offer a final take-it-or-leave-it deal to Israel and Hamas as soon as this week in hopes of reaching a ceasefire agreement.
All right, we're just getting started in this hour of Coast TV News today.
Yeah, coming up, Veteran Victory Celebration, the Monday events at Fort Miles commemorating the end of World War II.
Also, top town priorities. We're telling you some of the important issues Ocean City is set to discuss tonight and its progress this past year.
And Long Neck Rescue. What led to this water response over the weekend by the Indian River Volunteer Fire Company? All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
When you're in the live show, you've got to have a moment. What we just witnessed was your moment.
I love live TV! AGT Live, tonight on NBC and Peacock.
I like to know what my patients are experiencing, to feel how they're feeling. I choose to walk with them, find a path forward. when nobody else will.
Brilliant Minds, September 23rd on NBC and Peacock.
At the Delmarva Design Center, appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring come together in one showroom. We have specialists in each division, such as myself in appliances, to ensure that you not only get the best product for your needs, but that your selection fits seamlessly with every element of your remodel.
It's always fun bringing clients into Delmarva Design Center. No matter how much they want to spend, there's always an option for people to pick something that they like.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
I've been thinking about renovating my garage floor, and suddenly I'm seeing signs everywhere. The universe keeps hinting, even at my local gas company. Pinnacle Concrete is everywhere. And again, multiple signs at the print store. The signs are too strong to ignore. It's time to call. With so many options, my dream is taking shape. And now, I'm not just seeing signs, I'm living proof. Pinnacle Concrete Coatings, because quality matters.
Governor Carney trusts Bethany Hall Long to be our next governor. As Lieutenant Governor, Bethany fought to protect abortion rights, passed an assault weapons ban, and made historic investments in education to improve our schools. That's why she's been endorsed by the Delaware Democratic Party. And why Governor Carney said Bethany has the right experience to be our next governor and the vision to build a bright future for all Delawareans. On September 10th, vote Bethany Hall Long for governor.
It is 6:12 thereabouts on this Tuesday morning. Bay Health Cam, Dover, clear skies, brightening skies, 58 and feeling cooler with a northeast breeze right now. And we're looking at cooler 50 as well inland. 61 around Millsboro, 57 in Seaford, and middle 60s along the coast right now. That is where it is breezy. We're seeing winds 15 to 20 miles per hour, gusting close to 30 in some places. Not as strong inland, but we've got clear skies all across Delaware and Delmarva right now. Looking great out there. Here's your golf forecast. Not excellent because of the wind. That might play havoc with the ball a little bit. So it's in the good category. 75, sunny skies, breezy and pleasant today.
As you first saw on the Coast TV app, there were a number of emergency boats off of Massey's Landing on Sunday. According to the Indian River Volunteer Fire Company, 3 girls and a woman, they were out on paddle boards and kayaks, and they needed help. Firefighters say they quickly found the group who said they were fine, so a happy ending there. We got the full story on CoastTV.com. Mega Millions lottery jackpot has climbed to an estimated $681 million. Cash option is $336.1 million. Jackpot swelled after no ticket matched all 6 numbers in Friday night's drawing. So get your tickets ready because the next drawing's tonight. If there is a big winner, it would be the 7th largest jackpot in the game's history. How about that, Paige?
Sounds good to me. Hey, Volkswagen's weighing whether to close factories in Germany for the first time in its 87-year history. This as it moves to cut costs amid the rising competition from China's electric vehicle makers. Volkswagen embarked on an $11.1 billion cost-cutting effort late last year. In a statement Monday, the German automaker said it could not rule out plant closures in its home country. A Seattle-based company aiming to blast a space plane into orbit. Here's what Radian 1 could look like. The goal, to create a cost-effective alternative to rockets by doing away with rocket stages that either fall back to Earth or return for reuse. Now, this would carry a crew of up to 5 astronauts, and get this, it could be reusable up to 100 times. Still ahead this morning, Ocean City discussing some of its most important issues tonight. We're going to tell you about one solution council implemented aimed at cleaning the boardwalk.
And speaking of the boardwalk, it is breezy down there. It looks like folks covering up have their windbreakers. It is windy. Look at the flagpole back and forth there. It's cooler than average, too, the next several days. And I'm sure not too many complaints. Some rain heading our way into the weekend. Not a washout. Your forecast details in 2 minutes.
NBC News Daily. Weekdays at 1 on Coast TV.
When choosing a granite countertop, choose one for real life and beauty. No matter what life throws at them, they'll look beautiful forever. Ancient Art Stone invites you to discover the affordability of granite and upgrade your home to the beautiful works of art from Ancient Art Stone. Centrally located in Milford, Delaware, serving all of Delmarva to make your dreams a reality. Visit us and allow our devoted professionals to craft, fabricate, and install a superior finished product that will transform your home into a work of art.
Did you know when selling your house full of stuff or in serious neglect, buyers may request repairs and banks may not finance the deal? So you could hire cleaners and contractors, rent dumpsters, hold auctions, yard sales, or you could call a professional home buyer. If you need an as-is fast cash offer so you can walk away without making any repairs or even cleaning up, Delmarva Dave is here to help. For more information about Delmarva Dave, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Feeling the summer sizzle? Is it turning your home into a sauna? At FH Fur, we know you can't wait when your AC is down for the count. That's why we're offering same-day service, guaranteed. If we don't make it to you the very same day, you will pay a diagnostic or dispatch fee, plain and simple. So whether your AC is blowing hot air, your thermostat is on the fritz, or your entire system needs replacing, an FH Fur expert technician will bring your comfort back today.
877-CALL-FUR, FHFur.com.
The weather is brought to you by Spicer Brothers Construction. Born here to serve here.
Local businesses are the lifeline of every community. And behind every local business is a person with a dream, putting their heart and soul into something they believe in. And when you support a local business, you're contributing to the local economy and making our community thrive. Spicer Brothers has been helping Delmarva families with their home improvement projects for over 20 years. So trust Spicer Brothers with your home, where every dollar stays right here on Delmarva, supporting real local people and their families.
Approaching 6:17 on this Tuesday morning, and we're showing you a live look that is high above Laurel. Look at that out on the horizon. Early hints of the sunrise there. Bob, you are actually tracking a very comfortable day today.
Very comfortable. We've gone both sides of the spectrum, so to speak, with the warm and muggy weather, Matt, a few days ago. Now it's cool and it is breezy out there. A little bit of a shock to the system, but I'm sure not too many complaints. And our average high this time of year, early September, is 83. I'm thinking mid-70s today, upper 70s Wednesday and Thursday, up to 80 Friday. But even then, we're still below average. And then by Saturday, around 78 degrees, a little cooler. I think we've got more clouds and maybe some showers then. But our humidity levels have improved drastically. We're looking at comfortable humidity levels the next couple of days. And then as high pressure moves away, we'll start to see that humidity creeping up with time. Friday into the weekend is looking humid, but it's not looking miserable like it was a few days ago. Temperatures now are pretty cool out there. Salisbury 56, 57 in Seaford. And then you work your way towards the coast. It's a little warmer, mid-60s from Lewis down to Ocean City. As we've got the winds buffeting the coast right now, we just saw those folks on the boardwalk kind of bracing themselves against the wind. It's sustained at least 20 miles per hour and at times gusting maybe close to 30, 23 in Rehoboth right now, but then it drops off drastically inland. Now we're looking at clear skies all across the area, so a good morning to commute to work and school, and all across the Mid-Atlantic looking fantastic. Some clouds offshore, but a strong high pressure that is driving in that northeast flow and that drier air. Here's Futurecast. We've got the strong winds along the coast pretty much all day. By noon, we're looking at low 70s inland, maybe mid 70s well inland, and some areas along the beach is not getting out of the 60s as it's very pleasant. You'll need that windbreaker pretty much all day, and then temperatures falling back through the 60s into the 50s tonight. Maybe some clouds by Wednesday morning. Temperatures in the 50s inland and a little warmer at the beaches with the mid to upper 60s and some of that warmer ocean water. Some clouds mid-morning on Wednesday. Otherwise, a mix of sun and clouds and temperatures on the cool side again into the 70s and a persistent easterly wind. Maybe those clouds increase a little bit Wednesday evening, but we continue to see these onshore winds over 20 miles per hour along the coast, not as breezy inland, and it continues. So it's going to be breezy the next couple of days. And then moving later in the week, we do have a chance of showers. Now, a slight chance of showers Friday, and then we have the Shore Living Expo on Saturday. Maybe a good time to head inside and go to that in Salisbury as we have showers, maybe heavier showers Saturday night. Some of those could linger into early Sunday, but I'm not seeing a washout right now. Here's your Paul Davis 7-day forecast. Gorgeous the next few days as temperatures slowly rise through the 70s. Overnight lows coming up as well. By Friday, some showers, 80 degrees, a better chance of some rain on Saturday, 78, and then drying out on Sunday, mid-70s, and still nice into Monday with sunshine and upper 70s.
All right, thank you, Bob. Now, happening today, there will be a focus on the cleanliness of the Ocean City Boardwalk. The Ocean City Council is expected to review how effective certain policies were this summer. One includes the harsher fines when it comes to display signs being pushed too far out onto the boardwalk. Council hopes that by increasing the fine, stores will keep their boardwalk clear of any unwanted clutter. Now, as for litter, one vacationer gives high praise to the town.
There's an occasional thing, but nothing that you wouldn't expect from people, missing the trash can. No complaints. I find it clean.
Among other things, the Ocean City Council will discuss tonight how dirty the boardwalk has been this summer and if anything needs to change for the next summer season.
All right, and cleaning up the boardwalk, it's just one of the many priorities the town's considering. Here's a few other issues the town says it would like to tackle this year or next year. They're going to discuss these tonight. So first, fighting proposed wind farms, also evaluating possible sports complexes, a room tax increase from 5 to 6%, and lastly, short-term rental regulations. This meeting will be at Town Hall at 6. But this does bring us now to our Coast TV poll. We've been asking you, what do you think Ocean City should prioritize?
Yeah, I got some change in votes there. You just saw them change again. Fighting wind farms continues to be the overwhelming choice of those voting in our poll as what Ocean City should prioritize. Also getting a good number of votes for that boardwalk cleanup that we just talked about. And then a couple votes coming in for that sports complex and room tax increases. So if you haven't voted yet, you can still do so at coasttvnews.com or our mobile app.
Sounds good. Coming up on Coast TV News today, one organization came together to commemorate the end of World War II. We're telling you about the work of one special veteran living right here on our coast. Don't go anywhere.
The UV Index Weather Report is sponsored by Ocean City Tourism. Somewhere to smile about.
If you're experiencing ringing, humming, or buzzing in your ear, you may have tinnitus.
Tinnitus is a condition that can make it hard to understand speech, relax, or sleep.
If you have any of these symptoms, the first step is getting your hearing tested. The audiologist will be able to diagnose your problem and prescribe you devices that can alleviate your symptoms.
Hearing aids like Signias even offer tinnitus programs that can offset tinnitus noises.
To learn more information about massed audiology, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Draper Media presents the Shore Living Expo, celebrating health, wealth, and home. Saturday, September 7th from 10 to 4 at the Wicomico Youth and Civic Center. Sponsored by Spicer Brothers and Pohanka. Great demonstrations and interviews with Delmarva Life's Lisa and Jimmy on the expo stage, along with prizes and fun. Plus, meet your favorite Draper Media TV and radio talent. From crafts to home services, boats, cars, and RVs. This is a free event you don't want to miss. Go to WBOCevents.com. See you at the Shore Living Expo.
Hey Delmarva, what does interior design at that furniture store look like? It's never the same. Every home that I go into, every person that I meet, it's always different. You go in the store and pick that one piece that you're not gonna go into someone else's home and find the exact same thing, something that's gonna bring some life into it. The conversation piece that says, you wanna sit down and have a glass of wine? We get new pieces in every day. You can have same week delivery or same day pickup. We're just 3 miles south of Delmar.
The queen approacheth. The termite queen can lay between 20 and 30,000 eggs a day and can live for 50 years. And those millions of termites can eat over $5 billion a year in damage. Take your home off the menu with termite protection by Brazier's Pest Control. The experts at Brazier's use over 40 years experience to administer the best protection in America, 6 times faster than Bates, with long-lasting protection. Call Brazier's now and defend your castle.
People gathered at the Fort Miles Museum in Lewis Monday for the 8th annual Victory over Japan ceremony, celebrating the official end of World War II. Hosted by Fort Miles Historical Association, the event honors the 774 Delawareans who died in World War II. Visitors saw the 16-inch gun barrel displayed at Fort Miles, which was on board the USS Missouri when those surrender documents were signed back in 1945. Volunteers read the names of 50 Delawareans with a special tribute to Navy veteran and flight engineer John Reichert.
He served in the Navy. He was a flight engineer on patrol bombers operating out of Norfolk, Virginia for a while, chasing submarines and escorting convoys off the East Coast, which is very appropriate for Fort Miles because there was a lot of submarine activity. And then he was transferred to the Pacific.
And Reichert now lives in Rehoboth Beach. Get this, he turns 100 on October 28th. Also in attendance was local World War II veteran George McCarthy.
First Alert meteorologist Bob Tryhe back with us. This might be a day you might need a sweatshirt or a long sleeve t-shirt if you're planning on some beach time today, Bob.
Absolutely. And that windbreaker. We've seen Elisa doing her live shot on the beach is getting buffeted by the wind and those folks along the boardwalk as well. So you need the windbreaker. Brace yourself for the wind along the beaches. Assateague and Chincoteague warming into the low 70s, feeling cooler with that brisk wind off the ocean. Waves around 2 to 4 feet. Rip current threat is moderate. UV index is high. Ocean City, maybe a few clouds. Otherwise, only around 70 for you and lower 70s in Fenwick Island. So it will be breezy. Not as breezy on the Bayside in the next 3 days. Looking beautiful. 70s in Cambridge with sunshine and Crisfield. You're into the 70s as the nice weather continues through the end of the week. And some showers, I think, as we head into the weekend. Not looking like a washout. More in your forecast coming up in the next half hour.
Good, Bob. Thank you. Also coming up after the break, a nationwide hotel workers' strike is heating up. We're telling you how the union says this could impact more guests if those demands are not met.
And also, scary scene averted. We'll tell you what authorities say about this low-flying plane over Prime Hook Beach.
And Dewey Beach, still looking to upgrade its town hall and police station. Why the town manager says the current police station would not meet state code that goes into effect in 5 years. Coast TV News Today will be right back.
What am I going to do with all these plants?
Boys, these plants need style.
Come on, let's boogie. Let's find something funky, fun, and fabulous at the Pottery Place in Fenwick Island, your one-stop shop for the most unique decor on the shore. With the largest selection of pottery, art, gifts, furniture, houseware, novelties, and more.
Looking for something special?
Special orders and free local delivery are available.
That's just spiffy.
The Pottery Place in Fenwick Island, Delaware, a family tradition for over 50 years.
18 years ago, we founded Community Bank Delaware with the goal of providing high-quality banking services to our local community. Here you meet with decision makers, people just like you who live in and love this community. We provide the newest banking technologies to our customers, supported by our local team of banking professionals. Our bank serves clients throughout Sussex County, and we continue to grow, all thanks to you. Community Bank Delaware, where community matters.
Is your crawl space wet and has a bad odor? Did you know the air you breathe in your home starts in your crawl space? Dark, damp spaces breed mold and mildew, which can be linked to allergies and asthma. Our dry time crawl space encapsulation will solve your moisture problems for good. Enjoy a drier, healthier, and more energy efficient home thanks to our unique understanding and experience of successful treating and eliminating crawl space moisture. Remember, Delmarva, quality isn't expensive, it's priceless.
My dad just wrapped up a new well at this beautiful new home in Delmar. Let's hear from these happy new homeowners.
I didn't really expect him to finish up in 6 inches of mud.
But he did it. We were very happy with the quality of the job they done.
He's nothing but the best products.
And we highly recommend them.
I don't recommend a lot of people, but I would recommend Daisy's Well Drilling. They're just a phone call away.
Way to go, Dad. Daisy's Well Drilling. Family owned and operated since 1941.
Now on Coast TV News.
It's a breezy and cooler start on our Tuesday. The fall-like weather continues the next few days. Rain chances increase end of the week into a part of the weekend. I'll track it on Futurecast coming up.
Plans over a year in the making. The latest details about the Dewey Beach Town project.
First day after Labor Day, we're looking at the school districts that'll have their first day of classes this morning.
Statement of treatment success. We take a look at a program designed to help military veterans.
This is Coast TV News Today.
September 3rd, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning. Thank you all for joining us. I'm Paige Marley.
Time is 6:29. It is a Tuesday, and for many of you out there, it is a 4-day work week.
That's right.
Now that we're past Labor Day.
You all deserve it. We've been working hard. You and I both have a 4-day work week.
We do.
Right? Just different days.
Right.
That we're off.
Something like that.
Something
I'll have to
like
look at
that.
my calendar.
Yeah, me too.
You have to check my blog on that one page.
I'll do that right now. MattPensick.com. I actually don't know if that's a real thing. Don't go there, but let's bring
It's not mine.
Yeah, it's not his. We don't condone that. Let's bring in Bob right now, though. Bob, before I send people to creepy websites, what are we looking at weather-wise?
You know, some of us have to toil through a 5-day work week, but anyway, no, I get some of my work weeks out a little shorter too. And we go from creepy websites to cool weather. You know, it's cool and breezy out there right now, and temperatures vary across the area. 57 in Seaford to 58 in Delmarva, 56 Salisbury, but we've got mid-60s along the coast right now, and it is breezy to windy along the coast as we have wind speeds staying 10 to 20, 22 miles per hour Indian River inlet, and you've seen gusts at 30 there. Not as breezy inland, but definitely need the windbreaker this morning. It's clear. We've got good visibility, so good commuting weather to now school and work as well. And we've got high pressure, and look how clear it is all across the area. So gorgeous conditions today, just breezy to windy along the coast, keeping you in the 60s and 70s today. Inland low 70s, maybe some mid 70s well inland, but a gorgeous day nonetheless. Today's checklist, don't need the rain gear, but you need the windbreaker, you need the sweatshirt, and the sunscreen. Sun is still strong, and make sure you have the sunglasses as well.
Thanks, Bob. In Dewey Beach, the town hall on Rodney Avenue also shared with the police station in that building, which is over 20 years old. Things are getting a bit cramped there.
Yeah, I could imagine. CoastTV News reporter Elisa Weber is live there in Dewey Beach. Elisa, the town's plans were to break ground for a new building this fall.
Matt and Paige, I'm currently standing outside of the Dewey Beach Town Hall, which also houses the police department. The police department is on this side and the town hall is on this side. And employees and the police have said that this building is small and it's outdated. And next week, the marketing committee will meet to talk about ways to fundraise for this project. While the goal is better conditions for all of the employees in the building, the town manager says the current police station would not meet a state code that goes into effect in 5 years due to the station only having one holding cell and no indoor sprinkler system. The department says the station is inadequate because it is not designed to handle prisoners, interviews, or other police-related activities.
Yeah, Lisa, this is not the first time Dewey Beach has talked about ways to fundraise for this project.
Yeah, Matt, in December, the town talked about a mural on the side of the new building that could be funded by people from the town donating, and then their names would be on that mural.
Very cool, Lisa. Now, what does the town still think about the demolition that could begin this fall?
Paige, original plans were the town wanted to break ground this fall, but they said there's currently no date as to when construction will begin because they're currently waiting to make sure that their plans meet all of the FEMA requirements. Back to you.
New this morning, firefighters in California, they're going to continue battling a blaze near the Sierra Brooks area. According to officials, this fire, it's burned nearly 1,200 acres. It is at a zero containment so far. An evacuation order is in place for the west side of Sierra Brooks and portions of Antelope Valley. The cause of this fire is not yet known.
A letter from one veteran to another. It's the result of the lasting impact of Delaware's Veteran Treatment Court Program.
Yeah, the program just celebrated their 100th graduate, but it's actually 2 graduates. CoastTV reporter Zakia Jennings tells us about the generous decision made by a judge.
I'm number 100.
Number 100 meaning the 100th graduate of the Veterans Treatment Court Program. The program helps veterans who are charged with nonviolent felonies and misdemeanor crimes. Charles Marshall is a graduate of the program, a program that Charles says provided him with something new.
I got a different perspective of the penal system. My confidence is up. You know, my self-esteem is at an all-time high. It's the warmth of the program.
Charles and another man both graduated on the same day, and a judge decided that both men will be acknowledged and celebrated as the 100th graduate of the program. Through this experience, they gain stable housing, employment, and receive help with accessing benefits. Veteran and program mentor Edmund Burke says he takes a very personal approach with every veteran.
Well, I would not use a generic argument to get them to come in. I'd want to sit down and find out what their offense was, what their personal situation was by way of everything from transportation to housing to employment, and then come up with a recommendation.
Once a vet completes the program, if they weren't yet convicted, charges will be dismissed. And if they were already convicted, probation may be terminated. In Georgetown, I'm Zakia Jennings, Coast TV News.
Emergency crews rushed to Prime Hook Monday for reports of an aircraft emergency. CoastTV got this video, which sources say triggered that response. You can see there the plane. It was flying very low near the shoreline. Milton Fire Department and Sussex County EMS were on that scene around 6 p.m., but authorities tell us they didn't find anything there.
Sunday, it marked a solemn day of remembrance in Georgetown for police officer Chad Spicer, shot and killed in the line of duty back September 1st, 2009. And as you see here, a wreath laid in his honor. Every year, local police departments and members of the community come out to remember Spicer. A memorial in his honor graces the Georgetown Circle. Unfortunately, his memorial was hit by a drunk driver in November. That memorial is now in the process of being repaired.
Ocean City is preparing to commemorate the 23rd anniversary of the 9/11 terror attacks. We have some video of crews setting up the twin remembrance beams of light. The official lighting ceremony begins Friday at 8 p.m., and those beams will shine until September 12th. Some visitors saw the beams being tested over the weekend. That ceremony will be held at the Firefighters Memorial on the Ocean City Boardwalk.
We're now after Labor Day, and we still have to get to the first day of school for some students on Delmarva. Today, 5th and 6th graders start in Delmar. Everyone else there begins on Wednesday. Also, some students starting the school year in the Indian River School District. Emphasis on some. Kindergarten starts today, as do 6th and 9th graders. Howard T. Ennis School in Georgetown begins today. All of the students will have their first day tomorrow.
A strike affecting dozens of hotels across the country could grow today. The union threatening to add Hilton, Hyatt, and Marriott locations in more cities.
Workers are demanding wage increases and an end to pandemic-era service cuts. And Amy Kiley shows us how the walkouts could affect guests.
Some travelers could see service disruptions as a hotel worker strike continues for a third day. The walkout includes more than 10,000 Hilton, Marriott, and Hyatt employees. The dozens of affected hotels across the country are open, but some guests have complained about reduced services. The facilities are operating with smaller staffs.
I think it's probably very limited services inside because we had very few workers cross the line and go into work, so it means management is doing all the work that we normally do.
Unite Here is the union that represents the striking workers.
They would like to be able to provide for their families and live in the same cities that they welcome guests to every day.
The union says the chains still have some pandemic-era cuts in place. For instance, some hotels don't automatically provide daily housekeeping.
It makes the work harder for the workers that remain, and it makes the hotels less appealing to guests.
In a statement, Hyatt says it looks forward to fair contract negotiations. Hilton says it's also committed to reaching a deal with the union.
And it's really hard to be in this business and smile and greet the guests when in the back of your mind, you're trying to figure out where your next meal is going to come from.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Still a lot more news to get to in this final half hour. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, coming up, one director shares an experience with a rare disability in order to highlight activism when you can get a special look at their life.
Also, Bird Bash. The Orioles take care of business against the White Sox. Was it good enough to get them back into first place?
And a bittersweet goodbye for a bear in Salisbury, why he's being sent to Switzerland, and how the new home will help his species. Stick with us on CoastTV News Today.
In Delaware, a family earning $67,000 a year pays the same tax rate as one making $67 million. I'm Matt Meyer, and you don't have to be a former math teacher to know that's an outrage. As governor, I'll make the super wealthy pay more in taxes so working people can pay less. By making state taxes more fair, we'll help more families get ahead. It's not just smart math, it's the right thing to do.
Democrat Matt Meyer for governor.
Shower Glass. Our name says it all. We provide the best custom shower glass on the shore in a fraction of the time, and our reviews prove it.
Shower Glass delivers the best fit, finish, and fastest service.
Reliable scheduling, competitive pricing, the best in the business.
They're the only one we call for Shower Glass.
Frameless beauty with speed, accuracy, and lifetime warranties. Shower Glass. It's all we do. Visit showerglassdoors.net to schedule your free consultation.
DSN Plus is more action. 4 additional live stream games every weeknight and full replays on demand. DSN Plus is more local. 5 live games every weeknight, showcasing high school showdowns and regional rivalries across Delmarva. DSN Plus is more access. Watch on your mobile devices, and remember, DSN is still free over the air and on cable. But get more with DSN Plus, just $6.99 a month. Download the Delmarva Sports Network app from your app store today.
In 1925, a simple bank ledger began journaling the transactions of life in Willards, Maryland. New houses, barns, and farm equipment. Growing families and businesses both big and small. A record through time of hardship and prosperity. 100 years ago, the founding of the Farmers Bank of Willards was vital to the town. 100 years later, banking has changed, but the Farmers Bank remains steadfast in its original mission, keeping and reinvesting millions of dollars right here for the benefit of our communities.
Just about 6:41 on this gorgeous Tuesday morning. Sun is up. Tyndall's Casual Furniture Camp, 55 in Laurel. It's cool inland, but right along the coast where we have the breeze a little warmer, 65 in Ocean City. Indian River Inlet, 64, but the winds are strong along the coast. In some cases, sustained at least 20 miles per hour and gusting about 25 along the coast. Not as bad inland as we're looking at clear skies right now. So a beautiful morning for your commute, and we're looking at a gorgeous day on the way. Here's the bus stop forecast. It's back to school. And when that stop sign pops out on the bus stop, stop 59 off to school, cool and breezy for the kids. Make sure they have a windbreaker, and heading home, pleasant and breezy, sunshine and 73.
Bob, thank you. This Indian bear named Ramy spent his final days at the Salisbury Zoo. Today, he moves to the Zurich Zoo in Switzerland. Indian bears, they are highly endangered, so he's going to go to Switzerland for a breeding program, so you know what that means. But as for folks here at home, plenty came to send Ramy on his way.
Absolutely. We saw it on the news last night and figured it was worth the trip coming down and to see Ramy, and he put on a good show for us today.
All right, Ramy will be accompanied by Salisbury Zoo staff, but unlike his dad Pinocchio, who's on a temporary trip to Nashville, Ramy will stay in Switzerland, similar to his twin brother Inti, who moved to the Wisconsin Zoo back in May.
It is time for the Orioles to take advantage of the schedule. On Monday, the Birds opened a series at the Yards against the team with the worst record in the majors, the White Sox. Orioles started the day just half game out of first place in the American League East. This game on Monday was tied at 2 in the third. That's when Austin Slater does something about it, pulls it down the line. Ryan O'Hearn scores 3-2 Orioles. It was 5-2 in the sixth, and that is when former Shorebird Cedric Mullins smokes one into the corner. Anthony Santander in, and the Orioles are up 6-2. Mullins, he was not done on the day. We go to the 8th inning, 2-run Jack City. A 3 for 5 day for Mullins. That was home run number 14 on the season. And the Orioles were all over the White Sox in this one. The team the Orioles are chasing, the Yankees, they were in Texas, and they got a big 6th inning here. Aaron Judge contributing. The Yankees score 5 runs in that 6th. It's on their way to an 8-4 win, and they do keep the Orioles a half game back. Coming up today on DSN at 5, high school football, Parkside in Kent Island. Then at 8 p.m. you can watch the Berlin Bathtub Races. 10:30 it is the final score. Over on DSN Plus, main event, 5 p.m. It is that game between Parkside and Kent Island. And then we have several DSN exclusives you do not want to miss. 4 p.m., boys soccer, North Dorchester and Mardella. At that same time, you have girls soccer, Snow Hill and Queen Anne's. And at 6:30, you can watch Sussex Central in action in boys soccer.
All right, from sports to movie news now, here's David Daniel with today's Hollywood Minute.
The longest ovation yet at this year's Venice Film Festival goes to The Room Next Door. Director Pedro Almodovar's first English-language film, starring Tilda Swinton and Julianne Moore, reportedly received a 17-minute standing O. The film from the trio of Oscar winners is due in U.S. theaters in December.
What happened?
I just don't want the life I have sometimes.
A woman with a family history of mental health issues attempts suicide, then struggles to survive and to want to survive in Continue. Writer-director Nadine Crocker stars in the drama alongside Shiloh Fernandez and Emily Deschanel. Continue debuts in theaters and on VOD and digital platforms Friday. September is National Suicide Prevention Month. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Don't forget, coming up this weekend, it's the Shore Living Expo. It celebrates health, wealth, and home on Delmarva. So take a look at your screen there. As you can see, this free event takes place Saturday, September 7th. It runs from 10 a.m. until 4.
We're seeing a churned up Atlantic Ocean with all the wind at the beaches, but a beautiful start of Rehoboth, 63 degrees with the wind. It's cooler than average today and the next several days. I'm sure not too many complaints. Some rain heading into the weekend, not looking like a washout. I'll have your forecast details coming up in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
Coast TV First Alert Weather. Your safety, our commitment.
Over 50 years ago, JD Asphalt was built on a strong foundation of family values.
So when you call us, you'll speak to a member of our family, like me, where I'll talk you through our entire process, answering any questions you have along the way, and delivering prompt free estimates no matter the size of the job. Call now and ask about our 0% financing options, or visit our website for special discounts. JD Asphalt, a trusted family company for over 50 years.
This summer, pack your bags and head to Ocean City, Maryland for free family fun all summer long. Watch beach movies, build sandcastles, and gaze at colorful kites, all completely free. Bust a move from the beach to the bay with beach dance parties, Sunset Park party nights, and Sundays in the park with fireworks, all completely free. Enjoy arts and crafts, discover Ocean City's history, and be in awe of acrobatic stunts at the circus, all completely free. So get going. Family memories are waiting to be made in Ocean City, Maryland. Plan your trip now at OCOcean.com.
At Atlantic General Hospital, we've been busy. Busy expanding healthcare services that are second to none in our region. From cancer care and women's health services to orthopedics, gastroenterology, and more, we provide advanced health technologies delivered by top providers. Expert care every day. It's what you can count on from Atlantic General Hospital.
Weather brought to you by Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning, dedicated to excellence in Delaware and Maryland.
Thank you for calling Coastal Comfort.
This is a complimentary call. A couple of years ago, I had my heat pumps replaced. Last night, I noticed one of them wasn't working right. Somebody was out here within a couple of hours, and it's working perfectly. I was in the service industry for 33 years. Good service is something you can't find today. It very much is appreciated. Your crew is a good crew. Really fine people are professional and they're efficient.
Coastal Comfort, a Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Carrier, turn to the experts.
All right, it's now 6:47 on your Tuesday. Let's take a live look at Rehoboth Beach. Bright and beautiful Rehoboth Beach there, Bob. Bringing a little warmth, that sun, but nothing too hot, huh?
Nothing too hot right now. Breezy and kind of cool along the beach page. Let's talk about Countdown. We like to do this in the fall season. We've got NFL football on Coast TV coming up in just 2 days. That's on Thursday night. First day of fall in 19 days. We just had meteorological fall a couple of days ago. Halloween is 58 days away, and Election Day is 63. That's a presidential election. We have the primaries before that. So, you know, it's going to be cooling off with all the fall festivities. Here's our 5-day temperature trend. We are much cooler than average. Average high now is 83. We're only mid-70s today, upper 70s Wednesday and Thursday, up to 80 by Friday, and then 78 by Saturday. So, boy, it's on the cool side. We've gone from summer heat and humidity back to kind of fallish weather, and it is cool and it is dry. Here's our muggy meter. We're in the comfortable range today right through Thursday, and then it just starts getting a little muggier by the end of the week into the weekend. We'll call it the humid range, but really not oppressive by any means. Right now, it's cool out there. We've got 50s from Salisbury to Seaford up to Redden right now, 61 in Millsboro, low to mid 60s at the beaches, and that's where that that wind is really whipping up right now. Sustained winds 15 to 20 miles per hour, even stronger in Indian River Inlet. Not as strong inland areas, but look at these wind gusts. 26 IR Inlet, 23 in Rehoboth. Yeah, it is gusty out there, but not as windy inland. As we're looking at clear skies right now all across Delmarva and the Mid-Atlantic region, we've got a sprawling area of high pressure, and that is carving out a nice area of clear skies across the region. Here's Futurecast at 9 a.m. Still breezy along the coast, 60s, and temperatures slowly rising into the 70s by noon. Lower 70s away from the coast and 60s and 70s at the beaches. Some beach locations not getting out of the 60s, while inland we're in the low to mid 70s, but a gorgeous afternoon on the way. And then those temperatures quickly cooling off through the overnight into the 50s and 60s. 50s by Wednesday morning. Maybe some clouds, not expecting anything in the way of rain. And with this onshore flow continuing, temperatures still on the cool side tomorrow afternoon into the mid 70s, even cooler at the beaches as those winds are really whipping up. Over a 20-mile-per-hour gust expected right through today into tonight along the coast. Not as strong inland, but those winds pretty persistent right through Wednesday. Do want to skip ahead to Friday, as we could see a few showers on Friday, and then as we head into the weekend, a chance of some rain. Of course, we have the Shore Living Expo, and maybe a good time to head to that as we go Saturday on into Sunday. It looks like the rain continues into early Sunday, and then it should clear out. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, warming through the 70s, but temperatures still kind of cool the next few days, and then a shower chance Friday, maybe a steadier rain Saturday. It dries out Sunday, 76, and then dry and still kind of cool on Monday and 77.
All right, Bob, thank you so much. Next week, the Rehoboth Art League and Film East are hosting a special film screening to highlight disability activism. On Monday, September 16th at 7, the Corcoran Gallery will feature Is There Anybody Out There? It's a documentary by director Ella Glendening. The film offers a personal look at Glendening's experience with a rare disability. Time is now 6:51 this morning, and we are going to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
Today's coastal pet of the day is telling us his favorite part of Labor Day. Check out your screen right there. That's Benny, a favorite here. You can see Benny loves crabs. He believes crabs are best, especially if we live on the Eastern Shore. And Benny was submitted to us by Tammy and Seaford.
Yeah, Matt and I agree with you, Benny. We rarely disagree with Benny, don't we?
Especially when it comes to crabs.
Exactly, yeah, and cool hats. So don't forget, if you want to see all your pets on Delmarva, keep sending us photos. Tell us what makes them so special.
Yeah, you got that QR code at the top of your screen. You could submit your furry friend to Coast TV News and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
We're seeing increasing sunshine right now in Dover. Temperatures in the 50s, slowly creeping through the 60s. It's a cool day. And the pleasant weather continues the next few days. Then some rain for Friday and a part of the weekend. Not a washout. And still cool into next week. I'll have your 10-day forecast coming up next.
Positive, focused,
supportive, and goal-oriented. These are just a few qualities of coaches who inspire their athletes.
Each month, the Preston Automotive Group will select a coach who makes a difference and make a $500 donation to their organization. Then at the end of the year, 3 of these coaches will receive an extra donation to their program.
Nominate your coach today at DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com under the Features tab.
Delmarva Sports Network, coach who makes a difference. Brought to you by Preston Automotive Group.
When you're ready to build an extraordinary custom home or an exceptional commercial building, Brendan T. Warfel is here for you. From high-end residential homes to customized commercial facilities, Brendan T. Warfel will provide you with honest and upfront pricing, personal service, and stunning finished products. Choose quality. Choose Brendan T. Warfel.
I build every home as if my family's going to live in it. If my name's going on it, it's going to be done right. I guarantee it.
With Brendan T. Warfel, excellence comes standard.
Go Glass. Repair, replace, upgrade, or enhance. Go Glass is your go-to for everything glass, friendly and fast. From our Infinity insulated glass windows that we bake right here on Delmarva, to auto glass, and from shower doors to beautiful glass railings, even screen porches and patio doors. Go Glass is your one-stop shop for everything glass, friendly and fast. Online at go-glass.com. We're proud to be Delmarva's #1 glass company. Go Glass.
Did you know enjoying social activities can slow down age-related issues? The key benefits are stimulation of the mind, improvement in motor skills, building interpersonal relationships, increasing confidence and independence. Homewell Care Services LEAP program provides interactive activities that clients can enjoy twice a month at our Georgetown and Smyrna locations. Incorporating LEAP in your loved one's routine can create a sense of fulfillment and motivation. To learn more information about Homewell Care Services, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Capstone Homes, Sussex County's locally owned, award-winning design-build custom home builder, bringing dreams to life since 2006, where personalization, luxury, and quality combine to give you the ultimate custom home buying experience. At Capstone, you'll meet with our architectural designer to review your blueprint and make any changes you want. Then you'll customize your home style with our certified interior designer. Connect with our team of custom home experts today at Capstone Homes.
Time is now 6:54. It's time for some things you need to know before you go. Sunday marked a solemn day of remembrance in Georgetown for police officer Chad Spicer, who was shot and killed in the line of duty September 1st of 2009. Every year, local police departments and members of the community come out to remember Spicer. A memorial in his honor normally graces the Georgetown Circle, but unfortunately, that memorial was hit by a drunk driver in November. It is now in the process of repair.
We still have to get to the first day of school for some students on Delmarva. Today, 5th and 6th graders start in Delmar, and then right there in the Indian River District, some students start the school year. Kindergarten starting today, as do 6th and 9th graders. Howard T. Ennis School in Georgetown beginning today, and all other Indian River School District students, they have their first day tomorrow.
Happening today, a focus on the cleanliness of the Ocean City Boardwalk. The Ocean City Council is expected to review how effective certain policies were this summer, including the harsher fines when it comes to display signs being pushed too far onto the boardwalk. The council hopes that by increasing the fines, stores will keep the boardwalk clear of any unwanted clutter. Now, among other things, Ocean City Council discussing how dirty the boardwalk has been this summer and if anything else needs to change for the next summer season.
This morning, firefighters in California continue to deal with this fire. Just look at that. It's the Sierra Brooks area. According to officials, it has burned nearly 1,200 acres and is at zero containment. An evacuation order is in place for the west side of Sierra Brooks and portions of Antelope Valley, and the cause of that fire not yet known.
All right, time is now 6:56. Time for a quick look at your forecast before you head out the door.
How about delightful as a way to describe today?
Delightful, gorgeous, outstanding. Yeah, just some words to describe our weather. Now you're going to need a jacket out the door. It is very, very chilly out there and breezy. In fact, windy along the coast. We've seen wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour. It will be breezy inland as well, so make sure you have that sweatshirt or windbreaker. We're in the 50s early on and then warming through the 60s. Lots of sunshine and temperatures well below average. Highs only into around the mid-70s, around 73 on our daybreak forecast. And we're looking at maybe only 60s at the beaches. Paul Davis 10-day forecast. Mid-70s today. We've got some comfortable nights on the way, but beginning to warm up as we're looking at temperatures warming through the 70s Wednesday and Thursday. Friday, we could see a few showers with a high of 80 degrees. And then heading into the weekend, of course, we've got the Shore Living Expo on Saturday in Salisbury. Looks like good weather for that to be inside. Could see some showers outside. 78 dries out Sunday. And then next week, still temperatures below average in the 70s to around 80 Monday through Thursday, and maybe just a few clouds.
All right, looking pretty good, Bob. Thank you so much. And thank you all for joining us on Coast TV News Today.
And the Today Show is coming up next at 7 a.m.
We'll be back with Coast TV midday at 11. Stick with us.
And for even more news coverage you can count on, download our Coast TV News and weather apps. Have a great Tuesday morning, everybody.